Well, how you going, everyone? Josh the Collector Guy. Hope everyone had a very good week this week. Hope the Hot Wheels gods were good to each and every one of you out there. Went to a swap meet over the weekend this week. Also met up with Mad Mick again. Gave me a Camaro. Thank you very much, mate. Very much appreciated. Don't think I have this one at all in the collection on the short card, so that's very much appreciated, mate. Good to have another laugh with you again. Glad you can meet my other mad mate and get some good stuff off him. Yeah, very much appreciated, mate. Looking forward to more fantastic adventures to have in the future. But yeah, as I said, got some swap meet finds. Some cars are going to blow up for customs. Got a monster of a custom to actually show you at the end, but Redlines as well, all sorts of stuff. Camaros, you're going to be hearing that a lot in this video, so stay tuned. Well, popped into my sort of local Woolworths on my break this week. Found a Mustang treasure hunt. It was still on the pegs too, surprisingly, because the pegs were pretty much skeleton-like. There's the flame logo there, that's how you tell. Not a bad treasure hunt, I guess. Probably one of the better ones for the year, because there's been some pretty, I don't want to say it on camera, ones this year, I tell you that. Picked up the 69 Camaro and the Chevy Nova wagon on the short card. Good to have the variations in the collection. And these old Camaros over here, found at the good old swap meet today. I probably have them, probably don't. Still good to have though. Pretty sure I don't have that one though. That looks pretty different to me. But yeah, picked these up. They were pretty cheap. Some of them are these two are from the 90s and the others are from the 07, 06, so that's not bad. Pretty happy with them. Got some other ones here too. These two are from the 90s. These ones I'm going to show you next. The old 67 Camaro. Remember this one when I was very, very young. Still have this one actually in the collection. It sits over on my Camaro shelf off onto the right there. Bit of damage on the car, but that doesn't matter. Still, it is an over, well, 20-year-old, almost 20-year-old car, you could say now, so you expect that sort of stuff to happen. Got this one as well, the old Camaro Z28. Only looked at this in my price guide only the other night, so thinking, gee, that's a good one. Haven't seen that one. What do you know? It whacked me in the face today at the swap meet, so I had to get a pretty cool one. Love the police car design. No light bar, but that doesn't matter. Pretty awesome model. Got some two more GM muscle down here. The old nice Vet and the Olds 442. Nice old blue card as well with different wheel variation to the usual black wall, I guess, from that year. I know they did the black wall as a variation. I think the 5-spoke. There's that many flipping variations these days. It's very hard to keep up, I guess. Got an old Matchbox Pontiac still in the packet. That's pretty awesome, I reckon. I reckon it's pretty rare to see a Matchbox still in the packet, to be honest. It's not as big here in Australia as it maybe would be in the US, like with the Matchbox, but I know everyone's really into the Hot Wheels over here and that. Whenever I go to the swap meets and that, like, people selling cars always have more of the Hot Wheels than they do with Matchbox, or no Matchbox at all and just Hot Wheels. But I guess that's the way it is in this part of the world. Well, Matchbox is probably just as good as Hot Wheels, but Hot Wheels, I guess, may be more popular. I don't know. They're still good to me. They're still good manufacturers. But anyway, got some cars here I'm probably going to tear up for the wheels. Glad to have another Studebaker for the good years. Got some real riders there. Going to have a lot of fun trying to tear them apart because they're die-cast base. But I'm sure they'll turn whatever car I put them on into a gem, I tell you that. So stay tuned for them customs in the future. Got a super down here from a mad mate. He loves cracking his cars, I tell you that. You give him a car, he'll crack it open for you. Got a Las Vegas Convention Camaro, even though it's pretty much a garage car. They just added that though, but that's still alright. That was in a baggie, but my mate opened it. Old Spawnmobile here, the old funny car. That's a pretty nice model. Love how they did the design on that. Would have been pretty hard for them, but with the way they are Hot Wheels, I think it would have been as easy as anything. Pretty nice car too, the old Pontiac Firebird funny car, or Camaro funny car, whatever you like to call it. I know what I'd like to call it, that's for sure. Got an old Redline here, old Jet Threat. That's very old. You know it's old when it's got that still opening up on it, that's for sure, because they sealed it up, I think, after the 70s or something like that. Could be very wrong or could be very right, I don't know. Old Blackwall Corvette in gold, that one's an awesome model, that. Glad to have this little beaut in the collection. She's a little Chevy Monza in the chrome, that's very nice. My first ever Chevy Monza, looks like this, that's for sure. Beautiful car, that's for sure. Of course, she's a Chevy. Oh, another Revers car. I was pretty excited to find one of these. I've got a fair bit of Revers now, that's for sure. Once they're all scarce, but now they're popping up here, there, and everywhere. Got American hauler, American tipper there. 2 Redline trucks. Look like the old, very old highway hauler, but they got the box truck bit on the back and also the tipper. They're very awesome models, that's for sure. Very happy to have them in the collection. Also cool one as a Redline. With the, I think that'd be plum on there. Zapped out at me, as you can see, zap. Pretty cool top fuel dragster it's obviously based on. But as you can see, everyone, that's the haul for the week. But what are we missing? The custom of the week, that's for sure. She's a big monster, this one. This was actually my first one I did of it until I did one just afterwards, but this was my first attempt at it. But I hope you enjoy what it is, ladies and gentlemen. Who's that in the corner? I think the Chevy Silverado monster truck with the flames goes really well with the black tyres on the truck. As I said, you know, you've seen my Tempest monster truck. Search my previous videos for what that is. But yeah, it's a 55 Chevy panel truck I've just put on the monster truck body. But yeah, this was actually my first one I was going to do. But I never got really around to it. I did the Tempest before it. And then like went from there and I figured out how to do it. So that's pretty cool. Hope you like my custom, ladies and gentlemen. Always let me know what you think of my customs. I always appreciate what everyone has an opinion of my customs. But yeah, it's pretty easy to do the monster trucks as well when you really think about it. Because I was thinking of something to do with it before, the way I was going to stick it on there, and I think it was harder than what I actually did there. But anyway, that's pretty much it, ladies and gentlemen. The customs there. Hope you enjoy it. Hope you let me know what you think. Yeah, as always, that's my haul, ladies and gentlemen, for the week. Hope everyone has a very good week. As I said, hope the Hot Wheels gods are going to be good to you again. And as always, everyone, oh, thank you, Mad Mick, again. Sorry, thanks very much for that again, mate. Good to meet up with you again. But as always, everyone, happy hunting. Keep the hobby strong. See you later, everyone. Have a good week.